call?
Oh yeah, baby. Question is, will the fans be ready?
Yeah.
Oregon's mastered it. When we're at Oregon, they've mastered the art of going to the bars, being nice and hydrated before the game, staying up all night, getting there in the morning, ready to rock and roll. So I'm not telling the UCLA fans to do that, but if you're going to get up early, you might as well, I guess, make a night of it.
What makes the Pac-12, going to the Pac-12 school, I mean, it's been a minute, but what makes going to the West Coast Pac-12 school so unique?
I think it's always awesome to see different unique traditions, the way people handle football, the fans. Like, I think it's cool. I think it's good to highlight different areas of the country in football, and I think we do a good job of that. The Pac-12 just hasn't been very good. They've struggled. So I think, this year, is there a playoff team? Oregon looks like maybe they had a chance, and they're already falling behind Ohio State in the rankings after they beat them. Came across the country and beat them at 9 a.m. Local. So I think it's just about showing off the different phases of the country, and this is good for the Pac-12, and they need Oregon to win. I mean, honestly, I know it's at UCLA, but they need a team to at least be in this mix that can carry the flag and continue to remain in the playoff run.
Is that what it takes, you think, to help the national perception of the conference? Or?
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, I think all of them, like, you can pound your chest if you want about the SEC, but it's basically been Bama. I mean, I know Georgia's given them fights in the SEC championship game and made them competitive, and you could argue those games probably have been more competitive a lot of times than the national championship, but that it takes winning it. You have to win it to promote your league more and to get your league, have more teams in the top 25, have more teams playing significant games. And look at the Big Ten coming up. You got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Like, they're going to have great showcases that we're going to be able to show those teams off and talk about them in a great light starting next week with Michigan State versus Michigan, Ohio State versus Penn State. Like, that's fun. That's a day full of watching great games and great matchups.
Has there been anybody that reminds you, or that you've seen that reminds you of Kayvon Thibodeau, or Kayvon Thibodeau reminds you of somebody you've seen?
Man, he's fun to watch. So is Brandon inside. I think he's a stud. I think 1-3-5. My tape tomorrow on Oregon is 1-3-5 between Sewell and Dorlus and Thibodeau. I think they're unique. I think they're special. I think they're really, really good. Thibodeau's just a combination of the speed is ridiculous for the size and coming off the edge. Disruptive, plays hard, plays the run well, plays the pass well. I think Sewell, being as big as he is as a linebacker, runs so freaking good. I mean, he's got great instincts. He also is physical, can and wants to hit you. You see him, making big plays. And then Brandon, great hands, silky smooth. He doesn't look 280, bro. I have to look up his stats every time I watch him. I'm like, he's 280 because he moves smooth. So I mean, there's guys along this roster that can compete anywhere and can play anywhere in the country. 100% defensively, you see that. Offensively, not as good. Not finding. I mean, Oregon, something's missing. I watch them. I just think they're okay. Brown does a good job. They make enough plays. Having CJ out now too doesn't help from a running standpoint. But I think those 1, 3, and 5 on D hold their own against anybody in the country.
What do you think of the UCLA offense then, going to the other side with DTR and then Brown and Charbonnet as the running backs?
Yeah, I think they're, they've lost some steam from early in the season when they were, looking like they were breaking every single tackle known to man and everything was very easy. The schemes, I did a tape on Chip Kelly early in the season too. It's crazy to watch them play with multiple tight end sets and the way he plays different. I think DTR's great for this system. His running ability is great. He's not a great downfield passer, and he's not a guy that you're going to live on drop back throw game, just like Anthony Brown. Like, they need a system where they can run the football and have balance, and I think they have that. They have enough of that to create it. But I think we're going to get points tomorrow. I think you'll see a lot of offense, a lot of excitement. Both quarterbacks will make plays with their legs, will make plays with their arm. But the UCLA offense it's been fun to watch. It's been fun to watch Chip reinvent himself and change and morph to the times, because basically everything everybody does across college football they copied from Chip. He made the inside zone what it is, and then everybody runs now a tight front where they bring all their guys inside, where they have basically 3 different defensive tackles in the game to take that away, and now it's about how you're going to attack that. Like, that's literally, it's because of him. So it's crazy.
with the camaraderie with your colleagues, you sticking your chest out a little bit more over that Georgia defense and how dominating it looks right now?
Well, okay, so let me give you a Georgia football lesson. Atlanta, how about this? We haven't been known for sealing the deal or a lot of success. So to think that we poke our chest out right now, no. I would use other words to say no. Just like the Dodgers. Like, if this gets 3-3, we've seen the movie before. Like, we've seen the credits. We know the ending. Like, so no, absolutely not. You don't stick your chest out. You're like, oh, we were lucky. We got another one. Just going to find a way to win another one. So it's usually the reverse psychology angle. The Falcons get to the Super Bowl, get up big. Like, so, I mean, it's not something you can do yet. But I tell you what, just from a historical perspective, I've been doing, game day and college football stuff for 10 years, and just watching that defense, it's dirty. I mean, it's a different level of good. Just, they got 3 defensive tackles that would start on any team in the country between Wyatt, Carter, and Davis. Like, literally would start for every team in the country. And you got 3 of those guys that are, I get a kick out of it. Jordan Davis is 350 to 360, depending on what he had for breakfast. And, like, yeah, you go block him. Like, you have to double team him. And then they got linebacker speed. And then Jalen Carter's 6'4", 6'5", 330. And quick as a cat. And then Devontae Wyatt, same thing. Like, I always feel bad for Wyatt because he never gets talked about enough. And I'm like, he's littler, and because he's next to Jordan and Jalen. Like, but you go stand up next to him and he's 6'4", 320. And you're like, dang, God, that shows you how big the other guys are. So they're good, but we're Atlanta, we're Georgia, we need to poor Georgia. Just hope they can find a way to win another game this week. Like,
they've got a 95% stop rate on defense. Their opponents are only scoring a 5% of their
it's probably luck. It's just, they're lucking their way into some good stops, and you just hope they find a way to maybe get a few more stops. I hope they don't lose Dubai this week. BYE is going to be tough, so I hope they continue to win.
Time for one more.
Yeah, one more, baby.
Good. I'm good.
No more.